a great prediction, or I don't know if it's that crazy. We've seen some crazy Counter-Strike last couple of days. I think it could there could be some upsets today. I'm ready for it either way. We're gonna get into it. ENCE versus FaZe, and we're starting on Ancient. So big welcome everybody. And let's see what we can have. ENCE is a really good team on this map. We know that they could do a lot of damage, so I look forward to it. And they're already rushing right down the middle. Brokey, first point of contact, and he's got Twist here with him as well at the donut. It's a bit of a trade, 2 for 1, but Brokey is not out of the woods yet. He's trying to run away while reloading that USP, and he gets run down by Snappy. Rob's showing up for another headshot, and the trade continues. FaZe look to be coming out on top on this one.
Oh, yeah, they do. Rain even getting a little bit aggressive, now trying to get away, and he's not quite gonna make it. Snappy takes him down 2-on-2. Kerrigan steps up to the plate next. FaZe is just sending so many players at the point of contact, and it is unrelenting. Snappy against Rops, and Snappy's gonna book it over to the B-bomb site, so we've got an extended 1v1, and Snappy's got 65 HP with 3 kills.
It's doable, not necessarily easy. Oh, but up against the USP, I was going to say at range, he went the right way. If he'd gone further back, maybe that USP would have had an advantage, but it turns out the other way, and it's a quad kill for Snappy at the end of the pistol round. What a great way to get the team all fired up right at the start.
Yeah, you know, we didn't really have a chance to talk about it, but, you know, if you remember, think back to Dallas with ENCE, with Snacks kind of standing in. That was a big story for ENCE, especially on a map like Ancient, because Spinks plays such a huge role on this. So it's going to be cool to see them back with their star player within the roster, and Spinks is that all-important middle presence for ENCE.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, we were talking about this when they were playing Astralis at one point, because Config has that similar, you know, passion for playing the middle. But yeah, Spinks is almost in a league of his own when it comes to that stuff. So I'm curious to see how played. It's going to be both on the T and the CT side, right? So you have to assume that that's going to be something that FaZe will have looked at, and maybe either they're going to leave it alone, if that's even possible on this map, or at least they have to have some sort of a plan to shut him down, because, yeah, he's a big presence there.
I'll be honest, like in an event like this, I think both of these teams probably should be just focusing on themselves. These are 2 of the most impressive teams we've had to start this year, and both of them are hitting a little bit of a slump right now at the moment. FaZe not playing that really clean, powerful style that we saw to start the year that won them the Major, that won them Katowice. ENCE as well has dropped a couple of like sitting performances, so they're still looking for that trophy. So this is kind of an interesting matchup of 2 teams that are excellent, but underperforming probably in the past like 2-3 events, let's say.
Yeah, and I mean, you brought up this point yesterday as well. It's dangerous if you roll in and you think, all right, let's get warmed up. Let's you know, let's play in, you know, a bit of an online tournament. Let's try and see if we can get, you know, get something under our belts. And maybe the competition is, you know, not you know, as strong as it was going to be at a major, let's say. But the problem is, though, that can also backfire if you suddenly feel like, and some of these teams must have already felt that way. I'm sure that Cloud9 yesterday playing against 9C must have felt like, damn, this is actually way harder than we thought, and this is starting to become a little bit of an issue. So I'm sure that both these teams will be respecting each other right out of the gate. Nobody, I think, anymore is going to be underestimating ENCE, but yeah, for FaZe, there's a lot on the line, just in terms of winning the game is one thing, but also in terms of the sort of future stability of the team and feeling like we still got it. So this could be a little bit tricky. We've got Deagles still in play, and they're hanging around outside of the B-bomb side on the ENCE side, waiting for a go signal.
Yeah, well, FaZe is waiting for that very same go signal. They have people trapped and ready to go, or excuse me, positioned right at the top of this ramp. Kerrigan, oh, he is going to clear left, but good response from Hades. He's got to back off down to 34 HP, but the range of that rifle keeps him a little bit bold. And Snappy's going to check in towards Donut next. He gets dropped off angle from Rops' Deagle. Hades with that damaged HP leading the way up the B ramp.
Ooh, Brokey, timing could be good. They're coming through the smoke on the other side. He's going to get one more, but runs out of bullets at the end. Madden there to take down Brokey, and still a 2 versus 3, but the Deagles, oh, wait a minute. I take it all back. Deha goes down. Rops is there with another Deagle shot. They know where he is, but they just can't easily find him. Nice little shot there to the right to make sure that Rops was going to go and peek that one. That's a cool little trick being pulled out. And they'll make it to the round, but really only barely. That is a scary round to play up against. It's going to cost them some money. But the real test is going to be coming up in this one. I'm seeing 3 M4A4s. How do you like that?
Ooh, okay. So the swap has been made already.
Yeah, they're not messing around.
No, not at all. Preparing for Cologne next week. Yeah, very dangerous round. This is one of those rounds we know FaZe is capable of. One of the things that makes him so hard to beat is these Deagle rounds are just always a challenge. And good job from Madden. He knew he had Spinks as well in towards Cave to provide some cover to the other angle, so plays that well. Rain's already found himself a kill with Spam, Kerrigan as well in Jaguar. This is a bit of a swap in positioning between Rain and Kerrigan.
Yep, it is. You're right.
We'll see if that's permanent. It could just be for the round. It could have been like a spawn-based thing.
Yeah, but now's where you want to take note, right? Especially if you're some of their future opponents, because if there is a change like that, you want to know as quick as you can. I feel like Rain is playing this position really well when it's his to play, so we'll see. But you're right. Kerrigan usually on this side. Hades goes for the kill up close with the AWP. One of my favorite players to watch these days, definitely Hades. I'm sure there are lots of things that he can improve in his game, but there's like a style around him that I really enjoy. So it's going to be hard in this round, though, to do anything with the AWP. He's walking up with his back turned. Oh, we ran out of bullets. Okay, well, Brokey making it interesting for us. We appreciate it. Trying to keep the suspension a little bit high. And it's going to be a 1 versus 3 for Deha. He's already taken down one of them. 40 seconds still, and almost, yeah, I think he wanted to shoulder peek that and try to jiggle out the shot, but overstepped the line just enough for Brokey to take him down. I
don't know if he ever, well, Brokey with the op could be expected as well. I just thought he might have assumed that was going to be an M4 in the position, but yeah, nice job from Deha. I think you make a good point about Hades. For me, the guy like that on this team, I love watching Deha at the moment. He's probably like one of my favorites. Spinks is just so good as well, but Deha like just sneakily has some of the best performances for this team. He was one of their top players back at the major as well. Yeah, this ENCE roster is just filled with like really cool players to watch, to be completely honest with you. Madden gonna lead the way, and Rain is back to his normal position, heading in towards the cave. Going to be forced away from the Molotov, and obviously this is the first time we're getting a glimpse at this new Ancient.
Yeah, that's a good point too. A lot of stuff that's changed. I on the surface level, it seemed like everyone liked the changes.
Yeah, more cover at this bomb site as well, which is quite nice.
Look at this little trick. They can use it to look both ways.
What a sweaty pair of nerds.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's been up early in the morning. Just looking for this one. I feel like this could be a real problem, too. I feel like if you come stumbling down off this boost, you might be in a really weird position, but let's see how it plays out. I mean,
now's the time to test it.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's a good point. We'll see. Smoke, they can look right over. Ooh, Hades, he doesn't see it coming. Snappy doesn't either. Oh, well played. That is textbook. That's how they practiced it. It doesn't always work out the way you practice it, but this time it does. Brokey, super patient, doesn't want to push forward too much, and he picks up Spinks, who was out there to flank him. Everybody's blind over at the corner, but Deha gets his vision back just a bit early. And now it's a 1 versus 5 for him. I don't know, it's a bit much to ask for, especially with just the AK back here. No grenades or anything.
Nice.
Ooh, gonna make it expensive nicely. Throwing away the AWP, why not? And Rain will take him down. The round was obviously going to be won by FaZe, but yeah, he did everything he could.
Still, I mean, that's a round that ENCE was fully invested in. They were brought all the way down with Deagles and armor and the AK-47 they could grab as well. So, I mean, that's a round they would have liked to have done a little bit more damage and maybe had a chance of actually winning it. The plant's going to help.
Do you have
Yep, go on.
Just to talk Deha a little bit more, he's one of the few survivors of the Polish scene post the whatever the VP collapse of Neo and Taz and all the rest of it. And he had to escape the Polish scene to get out. It's crazy. I think it's really cool.
It's awesome to see him like find some actual another Polish player find success, because those VP guys were searching for more Polish players to be able to pick from. Snappy gets 2 kills. Unfortunately, one of them is his teammate. So it's going to be an easy cleanup for FaZe as they rotate over. Good triple kill from Brokey right around the new default plant spot, and we're all tied up at 3.
Yeah, a little bit of an attempt to throw a little bit of speed behind that round with the MAC-10 and everything else, but hard shot down on that ramp, but no way to get through.
That was this was like one of like the I guess something I've always seen as like a good advantage for ENCE is like the fearlessness in rounds like this and like making these change of pace calls with MAC-10s and Tech-9s. And obviously when you're playing against ENCE nowadays, you're going to have to know. Like at the start, it felt like they were catching a lot of teams off guard. Now everyone is going to be on notice.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true. And there's still so much to learn about Ancient. I know that it's been in the pool for a little bit, and obviously the changes have made it a slightly different map. But I still feel even just the base version of it, the previous version, probably still a lot to be found out in terms of small little tricks and ways to play it. Like, I still feel like the meta is evolving a lot, so it's going to be interesting now with the changes so close to Cologne and everything else, exactly what will work. We saw a little bit of a fun boost happening over at the B-bomb site, but I'm sure there's more to come. Oh, okay. DR didn't even see what hit him there.
And this is, I think we're in like a little bit of a stretch, let's just say, of like this like awkward, I guess like the bad end of ENCE is like kind of half by fast pace towards the bomb site that we just saw in the previous round. Is what they had a round where they fully invested in like Deagles with an AK-47, and then they had that like MAC-10 fast paced round at B, and now they're on Deagles again. So they actually have been sitting out, you know, essentially 2 to 3 rounds without any kind of like a really great buy. So finally going to get back to the AK-47s moving forward in round number 8.
Yeah, off to a real nice start here. Curious to see how this map plays out in terms of, you know, because it was very, very CT-sided before. I don't know if that's necessarily, if that's going to change or not. I'm just going to have a bit of a question mark around that. But it was, I think it must have been the most CT-sided map that we've had in a while, surely, before the changes. So
yeah, I think some teams, the teams who like really learned how to play mid very, very well, made this a very CT-sided map. Like controlling mid was just so powerful from the CT side, and pretty much all the changes were made to make things a little bit easier for the T side to have some space to work with, to gain some advantages on the map. And really quick, this is what we talked about at the start of the game. Spinks, oh, he dropped early. Good find from Rops coming through the smoke, but expect to see that from Spinks quite frequently.
Yeah, he won that fight. Cool idea to use that smoke as a way to set up a pop flash like that and just come running right through. Obviously, hugely risky if there's a lot of people in there, but he was just too far away to really hear anything. So 4 on 5s to start the round with. Still got some decent mid control if they wanted ENCE, which... see if they could build something behind it. Really far back on the A-bomb side. Still not seeing a lot of fight over there. Rain, though, with that win against Snappy. And especially he's that deep in. So Madden can't even really do much to help him out. He probably wants to, but he's kind of on the wrong side.
Well, he's also completely smoked off. Nothing he can do. And Hades is going to fall all on his own as well. So FaZe is just picking ENCE apart one by one by one. There goes Madden. And Dia, you're the last one left, my friend. Good luck.
Yeah. Tough time. No bomb either. That's stuck in the middle. Real mission here is to do some damage, but I'm sure FaZe are going to be on the lookout for every single angle. You know, he could be sneaking through somewhere. Now, there was a hole in the wall previously to his right, but obviously not anymore. Otherwise, Rops would have seen him already. He's managed to sneak right past, but maybe they know. That's a good read. I don't know if anyone saw him or heard him or anything, but that's a heads-up play from both him and I think with Twist on the other side. They both seem to know. So, good 2-round lead for FaZe as we head into round number 9. And, yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're getting some kills on the end side. I don't know if that's necessarily the problem, but these last few rounds have been pretty convincing for FaZe. Yeah,
they really have been. And I think the tough part about that is so much money's going to start building up on this FaZe side, and that's the real nightmare scenario. Kerrigan at 9K, Rops at 10K, plenty of buys built up behind FaZe. They've won 5 in a row. Rain going to be forced back initially. Good opening kill on his Snappy. Might even be able to grab more. Madden coming in behind the flames.
Yep, going to put up that smoke just to be sure. I didn't look like there was a lot there for Rain to see on top of the flames and everything else that was going on, but I guess it was enough. Able to take him right down. And they have a lot of people here. That's crazy. Minimal defense, middle, or A. Again, that A bomb site still seems to be less of a priority, at least for now.
Yeah, that'll change. I think it will when teams get used to that opening being blocked off. Good shooting from Twist, holding the line. That's beautiful. Yeah, style points.
That's something you just really never want to see if you're on the end side of things here, to have someone like Twist get all the way. I don't know if there's anyone you really want to see on this side, like on FaZe. Sorry, that is the problem, isn't it? They all have sort of the ability to do something like this, but Twist has got a nice style to him, doesn't he?
Yeah, there's something when he goes on like a little bit of a streak. It's like I don't know. Yeah, there is something pretty about it. Just makes you happy. It's like ASMR for your eyes.
Exactly. It's got that. It's nice, respectful Canadian Counter-Strike. Put you down quick. There's no suffering involved. You're just out of the round. Instant headshot. Well, 6-3. So kind of like you said, 5 in a row now, 6 in a row. and they're not really letting go of it right now. Haven't seen Hades on the AWP for a minute either. They've been sticking to the AK. Maybe they just haven't been able to afford it that much. But I mean, that is if you're going to be challenging and for one of those early fights, try and make it a 4-on-5 to begin with, I would trust Hades to try and go hunt for some kills. I'd send him out there to try and do that. I think that's not a bad idea. A little bit of a problem if he runs into Rain with that AK, maybe up close in the hallways. But yeah, why not?
Well, let's see if they can actually put some pressure on one of these bomb sites. They haven't had a whole lot of success in some of the early engagements recently. Challenging again towards Donut. Twist and Brokey are here. Twist gonna be forced out, but nobody's watching for it. They're happy to just let him go. Ooh, Rain and Madden flirting as that smoke clears, and Rain's got that with ease.
Yeah, trying to minimize his position once he rotates back. He does not want to run past into the cave because there was no control there. That's some nice heads-up play from Rain. He's just all the time aware. Where exactly is he exposed to? Karrigan has shown up, and they've got a Twist here as well, even low on health. Nice headshot from Karrigan. He's going to keep going, making it a quick double, and they're walking into a crossfire. They're never going to make it out of that one. Rain and Karrigan really locking down that bomb site, and it seemed like there was a moment in time there for ENCE. I don't know if they knew, but we could see on the minimap where if they would have really pounced on that B bomb site, they probably could have defeated Rain just by numbers alone, but they just weren't. They didn't feel confident to do it.
I think the real issue is just ENCE not winning a whole lot of these initial fights. They can't even like really trade their way into bomb sites because they're just constantly losing that first battle, and there's no real strength behind that initial contact either. This ENCE team, this offensive side so far has felt really weak. Like you're just falling flat, not even like tactically, but just in terms of like the players like chasing after kills and actually being assertive and aggressive. Not getting that sense out of ENCE right now in this game. So I'd like to change my prediction if I can.
Oh, you would? Well, they already did that for you, remember? So
I know. That's a good point. I'm already fine.
Yeah, you're home safe. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I don't know. It's a bit early. It's still just the first map. I don't know. I think they're gonna start to wake up. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Okay, sure.
Plus, if you do change your prediction, you know they're gonna end up winning anyway. So that's how.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess I'm just screwed either way at the moment. Karrigan with that good spawn, gonna take Cave away from Rain. Molotov down, first kill, transfers over to the second. No trade found for Snappy and Madden. 12-4 for Karrigan, 12-5 for Rain. They've had most of the attention towards this B bomb site, and you can just see how well they're doing handling it.
Yeah, really no way to break through right now. It feels like ENCE been shut out of this first half. Not even any real economic damage. Karrigan starting the round at 16,000. Same for Robs. Nearly the same, I think, for Brokey there. So they're disgustingly rich.
That additional cover over towards the B bomb site, towards that default plant spot, is like supposed to make it easier for like the T's to get the bomb planted, but it also gives a little bit more cover from like the defender who's coming out of cave and wants to play around it when there's some kind of like a ramp execute. So it's almost like backfired in a way. It's giving these FaZe players a lot of space to work with when they rotate in.
Spinks trying to work his magic in the middle. We started out this whole series introducing Spinks as the raid boss of the middle, but he hasn't really had much of a chance to so far. It's been real rough. Karrigan snuck out. He's basically playing this the way that Rain is. They've just swapped positions, and Karrigan seems to be doing just fine. What a gift for FaZe going forward if they can actually make that. If they can just hot swap these two people out on different positions, that's going to make it harder to read for the T side exactly what's happening. There comes Rain from the other side. Oh man.
This is so brutal. I don't think a whole lot of people expected this level of a smackdown. FaZe has all the answers. They're the ones being dynamic on the map from the CT side, and Rops is bored over at the A-bomb site, so he's going to start pushing to go find some kills elsewhere. Hades finally adds a kill with the AWP, but what really can you do? 1v4, you're already boxed in, and Rops already has you locked here, although I'm sure Hades knows this.
Yeah, I think he saw him.
I think he saw it, for sure.
Yeah, he must have, but I don't think it even helps him necessarily. He's going to get the kill and then instant return. Oh, man. 9 in a row.
What can you say about this one?
It kind of makes you wonder a little bit. Oh, here are the candles. They got buffed, remember?
Yeah, the candles and the lanterns are all a little bit brighter. They pop.
Nice. That's are you a candle kind of person, Jason? now in your old age? You've scented candles, any of that good stuff?
No, not yet. One day I'll get to the candles. Only on my seances do I use candles. Well, here we go. Fast towards the A bomb site. We finally got a switch up, and it just doesn't matter, does it? It just doesn't matter. Spinks with an important trade, but what more can they get?
That is a nice headshot, and they're worried about that smoke, and for good reason. Excellent read from Spinks. He is really obviously one of the huge star players on this team right now, so not too surprising to see him come out with shots like that. Dihar doing a lot of work, almost getting the kill there on the Kerrigan. And Spinks has managed to sneak his way past. They could win this round. They have a fair bit of health on that end side. And they desperately needed, having lost 9 in a row. Dihar with the headshot to take down Kerrigan. And it's looking better still. But they gotta be careful about that donut position. Not a lot of vision in here if you're coming through from the spawns, or sorry, from the bomb site side of things. It's gonna be hard to see anything that deep. 50 seconds on the clock. They're trying to put some shots through it. Spinks again. This time, picking off Rain with another headshot. And Twist trying to put a little bit of pressure on. They know where he is by now. Going to try and see if he can get some shots in there. But he's walking into another crossfire. And it's Spinks and Dihar to finally find a round for ENCE here. After 9 losses. That's a huge streak, but they did it.
It's awesome to see Spinks essentially just put the team on his back, and he's just like, look, I'll do it all. I'll get us into this bomb site. I'm going to win us this round. He gets that kill on the Opera, the trade onto Brokey, finds Rops inside the smoke, and even at the end, that last one is great. He's inside the bomb site, and he's just kind of baiting out the play from Rain. He's trying to show Twist that he's going to have his attention, and then spins to find Rain pushing up to take the gap, and that was the kill that seals the round in a 2v2. 5-round lead.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they could. I feel like on the old version of the map, even 4 rounds, we'd be thinking, all right, it's something to build on. I don't know if it's a lot, but it can work. If they can get another round or 2, they're never going to shut down the economy. Obviously, that fight is gone for ENCE.
Yeah, that one's over.
Too much money.
It's a pipe dream.
Unless they buy all auto snipers on the Gevs and whatever else in this upcoming round, or then, you know, they're never going to run out of cash. It's not happening.
I think Kerrigan can buy 2 Gevs after this round. I think
still be all right.
I think they're just fine.
I think that'd be... Ooh, wait a minute. Hold on. Twist. I mean, again, Spinks, this is what he does really well, but just getting hard cleared by Twist on the other side.
And also, I mean, just activating Spinks on his own is the only way that ENCE have won a gun round in this game. They won the first 3 off the back of the pistol, and then it's just been shut out from there. So why not go back to it? Why not give it a shot?
Brain trying to land something through. Ooh, faking the reload. Maiden on the other side. So 4-on-4. And they need this round badly on the ENCE side. I was about to say, if you just buy a bunch of Negevs and bring to a bomb site, you never have to. You already don't have to reload the Negev, really. But if you just have enough, you can just throw it away and just keep shooting. That's an incredible strategy.
And just correct me if I'm wrong, but Snappy got his quad kill on the pistol round, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay. And he's got 4 kills in round 14.
He did also kill a teammate. So,
okay, so he's had a 5th kill in there at some point that brought him back down to 4. All right.
Yes.
I'm not sure that's too much better, but I'm sure Snappy appreciates it.
I'm looking out for my Danish brother.
Yeah,
don't worry
looking
about
out for your boy. Ooh.
Oh, speaking of which, running into Kerrigan, Dana on the other side, Brokey, quick, way too quick with that AWP. Trying to put up some smokes, but the problem is they're in a 2-on-4 with 20 seconds inside of the bomb site, so I don't even know how they get the bomb plant. I don't think they do it all. Hades trying to take the fight up close. He is going to run for the bomb site. I'm not even sure he can make it in terms of time. Yeah, it's just 8 seconds here. Maybe he could just barely clear the corner and actually get there. 4 seconds. Oh, no. Not enough time. Rough way to lose a round. 10-4. Even if he got the bomb plant, it's pretty doubtful that he would have been able to win that 1 versus 3. But, you know, you got to give it a try.
Although I think he did give like a half second or 1 second like hesitation, like right as he was going through CT spawn. He might have actually had it if he didn't go there. But like, I mean, that's we're not going to pick on that detail. Final round of the first half. This is ENCE's map pick.
Yeah, that's maybe even more of a worrying sign at the moment here. 17-5 on Kerrigan. sort of supposed to be on some level, at least some games, the weak link in terms of the output in terms of frags, but not always. We've seen games like this from Kerrigan before, but it's got to suck if you're on the ENCE side thinking, oh wow, it's one of those games where even Kerrigan is coming up with everything at the moment.
Yeah, but I think Kerrigan maybe sometimes like liability isn't the right word, but maybe a little bit weaker inside the server. But he's probably got one of the strongest mentalities we have in all of professional Counter-Strike. So, and I know these losses that he's had recently have really pissed him off. So, he's coming into Cologne kind of thinking that Cologne is basically his second major of the year. Good response from Brokey. Needed that quick reaction.
Yeah, that was a real moment there for a double spray down. He had the perfect lineup for it. Didn't work out that way. Brokey is so fast, and it's an 11-4 finish here in favor of FaZe. That's a really overpowering first half with everybody on the FaZe side. Robs with 6 kills. I'm not even sure. I think there was no kills left he could get, so he probably did everything that he could to find them. But that is a really, really strong first half for FaZe. There's not much else we can say about it. That's a little bit ridiculous. I have a question. How come, Kerrigan, while he was playing himself into sort of a professional career, he was also doing a degree in accounting, I think.
Yeah, early going, he was getting his master's degree.
Yeah.
Yep.
So in terms of mentality, I mean, I feel like that's a good test of someone. You play Counter-Strike probably more than 8 hours a day and finishing your degree and now winning majors and everything else. It's pretty cool. How come we don't have a real nickname for him, do we? We should call him the accountant. That seemed like, because he's the leader, in-game leader as well. It all makes sense. Like it all lines up with his personality and everything,
Okay, sure. I think Ben Affleck might have the trademark on that.
They do look alike.
No, he made the movie. He made the movie, The Accountant. It's
yeah.
good.
No, I know what you mean. Okay. But I'm just saying we could. It's been a while. Ben Affleck's been out of the media for a long time.
Sure,
I feel like we can steal it.
Yeah.
And no copyright issue there.
Okay.
Oh, look at the dualies, Jason. This is your round.
Holy hell! They've just given up, haven't they? They're like, it's 4-11. Let's just go for the 3 dualies strategy.
Like Jason did predict us to win, so the least we could do. The least we could do.
This is what we can provide him, even if it's not a win. We will give him the dualies. Yes. Good start. It's basic math, isn't it? More pistols, better. That's just how it works. And they have a lot of them, so they should be winning this round. Kerrigan running up a little bit close. That smoke, especially against the dualies. I don't know how much it'll do. Look at Snappy. More work and shooting him, well, right in the legs. It's going to be a 1 versus 4 for Robs, and he just can't make it out. The dualies doing all of the work. Snappy with the triple, D-Hub with a double. It's a beautiful round. I love that. They got all 5 kills. Well done with the dualies. Shout out to ENCE, making my dreams come true. 11-5, still a long way to go. This is both pistol rounds now for ENCE, though, so they've got to be happy about that. If you're going to have to make some kind of a comeback, obviously having those pistols is a good thing to have. It's just kind of scary when you have both pistols and you're still at this much of a deficit. So we'll see if they can rattle off a few more on top of this.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Normally, having both pistols rounds on either side of the half that's one of those things. That seems like a good foundation to build something. Be nice read. Catching. They could do a lot. I mean, if they could just get woken up a little bit, we've already seen Spinks hit some good headshots. DR's had some good headshots. So mechanically, they've got a couple of players that seem to be in the server. Maybe it's just that T side that really just got shut down, and it did. Part of the mid push, they tried it so many times with Spinks in there, and it just did not work out the way that it normally does. So maybe the CT side will be what saves them. D-Hop looking for it. Yeah, he sees the boost coming, no problem. Still using the M4A1, and to great effect.
Yeah, it's a really nice effect. Good little triple kill from Diha. 6-11. Guns are going to come out now for FaZe, and this is where ENCE essentially stubbed their toe in the first half. Once the guns came out, you couldn't really do anything. But as you mentioned, the CT side, they get a chance to play at the more dominant half here on Ancient. 5-round deficit. Still 3 MP9s, though, on ENCE's defense.
AKs are back in the mix. Must suck on the CT side to start with your boots in the water. You're gonna spend the rest of the round, you know, slogging
Wet
around.
socks.
Yeah. It's a bad feeling, isn't it? But I guess
Always.
once people start shooting at you, you just forget about it, don't you? So maybe it's
Yeah,
all right.
Wet socks the least of your worries. Good flashbang, good kill from Spinks. Actually, a pretty nice rebuttal from Kerrigan as well to get that headshot before Spinks could slip away.
There's a real timer on that as well, because they had a smoke up on the other side. So if they don't activate that flashbang, the smoke towards the T spawn is going to fade, and then they have to do something. So kind of an interesting little bit of timing there. But they're 4-on-4 now, and mid control should be there for FaZe if they want it. It's going to be hard for ENCE to challenge. It looks like actually they're doubling up in Donut, maybe for this exact reason.
Yeah, the only thing you're hoping ENCE doesn't do is get aggressive at the moment, because FaZe is just kind of paused waiting for it. You can see Hades on the minimap starting to get curious in middle. Twist is in such a dangerous position. I don't think Hades is going to clear this at all. Oh, Twist finds it. There's the response from Stairs over towards the B bomb site. It's the only option that FaZe have left. 2 players in cave, 2 MP9s. They won't expect Madden here. And Rups, he finds the kill at the perfect moment into a 2-on-2.
Wow, that's that could have been way more with that MP9 up close right there. Diha's going to be taking down Broke. He's still looking good. Rops on his own. He's going to get one of them, but look at the health on either player here. This is a little bit scary. One headshot from either one is going to do the trick. Diha, no smoke that he could use at the moment. He's going to tap the bomb once just to test him out. Rob swings for it, and Diha's able to spray him right down. Again, the maneuverability of that M41 is so high, and Diha is going to be able to win the round. Close call right there, but that might be a pivotal round. Triple kill for Diha, and it puts it at 11-7.
And a round they came in with 3 SMGs. They're going to be super happy ENCE to take that victory. What a big-time clutch for Diha. He's going to drop the AWP over to Hades, so they've got that weapon out on the board. And even with the economic damage done, FaZe can't net themselves to win. That's a cool, I don't want to say, it's not a new plant spot, but that extra cover makes that plant spot a little bit more dynamic, doesn't it? Look at the cover it provides from this angle that it didn't used to have. That bomb site's going to play, yeah, it's going to play very interesting moving forward.
Yeah, don't have a lot of time for these teams to learn all the little tricks and details, so I'm sure there's going to be some spicy stuff happening on this map just based on some of these smaller changes. Hades, pretty wide lean here to look into it. Also could be hard on the T side to make sure you don't overextend the peak. Robs comes in, they just hunt him down. That's nice. They wanted to put the pressure on, and it works.
That's a disgusting set of just jiggled baits to get that off shot out. Spink's going to disappear back into things, but Kerrigan, what a beastly headshot onto Diha. That controls Temple, and that makes the defense over and Donut fall back, but Madden's going to push through. Kerrigan again in support with the response, making sure that FaZe controls this bomb site. 3-on-2.
That's a little bit rough. The bomb is kind of stuck waiting for the minute here on Rops. He can't join the fight necessarily. Ooh, and they lose Rain in the meantime. Snappy able to get the kill. Spinks is very, very low on health, but he's got the right position. Going to be spraying down Kerrigan, trying to transition back behind the box at the back of the bomb side. Robs now so close up, but he misses the spray entirely. And Snappy is going to be able to get it. And look at the return from Snappy. He had, like, what would we say, 5 kills maybe in the first half? He's up to 12 now.
Yeah, and another good pistol round from him as well to get him started in the second half, and he's been keeping it up a little bit better, obviously, than the first half. So, yeah, well done, everyone coming alive. Surprised Snappy was just running with no cares in the world. Able to kind of screw up the tracking of Rups' aim. This is a great round put together from FaZe. They just couldn't complete it at the end of the day. That A bomb site still being tough to close out, and Snappy, yeah, just fucking, excuse me, just cruising. That one slipped out.
It was. He was not even looking anywhere near that. You could tell his aim was just kind of all over the place, but yeah, I guess he was quick enough on that one. Oh dear. Does he know? Kerrigan, yeah, he's gonna go get found. I don't know. Spink certainly knew. This is just starting to look like a real comeback. This is why you don't change your predictions, Jason. It's they're looking good right now for them.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. Well, 4-on-3. FaZe have nowhere to go across the map, just lining up outside the B bomb site. Boost up, looking for one of these AK-47s. Twist, the only AK-47, I should say, to get them an opening, and he had the chance there. A little bit of head showing, but not fast enough on the trigger.
Yeah, not quite. AK in Twist hands could be dangerous if he could find some kind of an opening. Going to be leading the charge with the Deagle going first on Brokey. Twist right there behind him. really the only thing they've got going for them. Hades, oh, got to be careful when he comes back. Yeah, could have easily overstepped the line. Almost did, almost died. Robs is going to catch him, trying to retreat from that fight. Good little double kill there for Madden at the end. And that's going to save the round for them. But there was a chance. There was a real opening right there. Could have been a little bit more. Still, 11-9 the scoreline.
11-9 scoreline.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Yeah, I'm liking this comeback from ENCE. It's good to see a little bit of life in him, but I mean, it's kind of unfortunate to see that T side still a little bit labored with all these changes even, but we'll see if time just helps people get used to it, helps come up with some new ideas for the T side to be more effective. Rain dropping a flashbang out middle, support nades from the A bomb site. That's from Diha, is going to activate Spinks for the trade.
Yeah, nice grenades. I mean, if you're not doing anything else on that A-bomb side, you might as well. Oh, Robs, able to find Spinks regardless. And Madden's thinking about it. Brokey's right on the other side, sneaking up close. Hades has got at least one player locked down as Rob's hanging around. Let's see how long he's going to give it up. Yeah, Hades doesn't want to stick around for it. They have lost a lot of map control right now. And this is a perfect opportunity for FaZe to finally claim around in the second half. They're looking like they're set up for it right now. One more kill, and certainly they go, look at the lean from ENCE, though. They're basically saying, let's get ready for a B hit here. Let's get more people over.
Yeah, but Madden's he's gonna be so important in this. Him and Hades, obviously. If Hades can lure them in, just get one kill, thin it out, and let Madden pounce from the other side. That's everything. A little bit early, though. A little bit early. Hades gets a rebuttal. Down to 56 HP, but he's got to stick around in cave. Diha's going to step up next. They know the position of both players, and FaZe have plenty of time to go to the other side of the map if that's what they choose to do. There goes Hades, and now it's certainly opened up.
Yeah, the time really making a huge difference. You're right. The fact that, because if this had been 20 seconds left, it would have been so scary to try and make this run. Diha getting caught in transition. They're rotating back again. They're doing, what, triple, quadruple fake at this point? Going all over the place. Diha on his own with 20 seconds. Rob's ready and waiting for him on the other side. Oh, he's still going to go down. That's a bit crazy. If he had been a bit closer, man, he could have maybe stopped the bomb plant, and that would have been something. But Twist will take him down, and FaZe will pick up a round finally here in the second half.
Look at the money, too, for ENCE. This is brutal. I mean, they go on that like little 5-round streak to open up this map, but FaZe have done just enough, even in these losses, to keep their money low. So this is not going to be a strong, comfortable buy for ENCE going forward. So despite some of the good wins, despite some of the statement wins, despite getting started in the comeback, they might just fall short and fall flat just right out of the gate. If FaZe can convert 2 in a row, money's gone, and ENCE is back against the wall real early.
Man. Yeah, that is a huge difference. Think about the money that FaZe themselves had on the CT side at one point. I think 3 of them had 16,000, so not the same kind of luxury here for ENCE, that's for sure. And we'll see if that's going to be ultimately be their undoing here. Obviously, you need some cash to keep the fight going, in spite of the win streak, which is pretty impressive. But yeah, fight is not done yet. 21 kills on Carrigan and Brokey on 18, so they have some people that are performing at a high level. Snappy up close with the MP9. Smoke is going to be fading, and that AK is just a little bit better. Guessing, trying to play battleships in the middle, but not really finding anything. Hades up close, and they're going to... Oh, wait a minute. That's a strong headshot. I was going to say he's surely going to get completely wiped out here with 3 people against him. But he did a good job. Diha gets one of them, and he's got the luxury of kind of being able to swing out on that side now that the hole in the wall is gone. So it's a 1 versus 2. Madden up close in the middle. Oh, not good enough this time.
It's like they ran into each other. They both like, oh god, we didn't expect this kind of a fight. But Kerrigan with the AK able to win it out. And yeah, this is the nightmare scenario for ENCE. 13-9. This is a round you have to play with USPs. You can't even really invest in Deagle armor. So ENCE is going to have to sit it out and just wait for the weapons to come back in their hands. Never able to establish their economy the same way FaZe did in the first half.
Oh man, 13-9.
It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Like FaZe really only had to. I mean, you think of all the rounds ENCE had to kind of battle against full buys from FaZe's defense, and FaZe just had to win 1 round against the guns to really wipe it out and have like an easier path.
Yeah, that is a really huge luxury, isn't it? They got some pistols out in this one, but FaZe have picked the right bomb site. So looks like they're going to get probably a free bomb plant, and then I don't know if there's much ENCE can do. Maybe throw some shots through the smokes or whatever, but nothing to really try and win the round with. It's good to see FaZe pick it back up, though, in the second half after a little bit of, running into the wall for a while there on the second half. But Robs is out hunting. They know what's coming. They can feel it. Yeah, just going to be netting himself some kills. Make it a quad. Yeah, good. Find Spinks and let Robs have it.
I mean, the luxury that FaZe has that ENCE didn't have in the first half is that FaZe players on this T side, even in some of those losses, are at least fragging, you know? Feeling confident enough to step into some fights. It felt like ENCE was really kind of just knocked out mentally of the game early on in their T side. There goes Spinks. 14-9. FaZe just 2 rounds away from taking map 1.
And Rob's got his ace at the end. Took a minute, but it's fine. He managed to get the job done. 14 to the 9 events, and yeah, the money's just not with them at the moment. And this was their map pick, so we need to see what they can bring us. This upcoming round, they're going to have the rifles, no AWP on Hades. That feels like a real downgrade. But let's see if Spinks is going to live up to his reputation on the CT side of middle. Already down there, ready to take the fight. If anyone was on the T side was going to swing around that smoke, he was going to be ready. And I think he gets flashed through that first one anyway. So he is super aggressive in the middle, which I'm not surprised by.
Ooh, Madden, he sees the gun barrel. Good aggression. Oh, he can't complete the kill. That's brutal. Gonna fall back with some spam through the smoke, but that's a missed opportunity. Rain thinks maybe that's all the attention comes through the smoke. Dropped by Snappy. So at least a man advantage now for ENCE, and it's traded right back.
Ooh, okay. Brokey. A little bit of a return with the AWP. Now, he is low on health, so he has to be a bit careful. But I guess with the AWP, if his team could take the B bomb site, he can just hang out on the ramp and provide some cover with the AWP, and that'll be all right. Madden back here. Ooh, up close. He gets the call that someone's in front of the pillar. It's a great double kill, but he does get brought down finally. Spinks with one shot and leaves Kerrigan on his own. He can't even make it out. Hades hunts him down, and they're going to upgrade into that AWP. So kind of a huge round here. And, I mean, this is where they need to make their final stand, really, because at 14-10, if you start losing rounds now, I don't think you're going to get many more chances. So nicely done. Picking up an AK, an AWP, that's a good upgrade.
What, and like 3 players survive in that round, so they've got to buy behind this if they get into some trouble or lose or need to drop a gun over, so not too shabby in terms of economy for ENCE. Good play from Madden. And good play overall from ENCE. Even losing some of those aggressive peaks outside of the B bomb set, they at least had information of how many players were there. Hades going to jump right back in towards Cave. Plenty of utility dumped early from both sides, and Twist making his way out middle.
A lot of grenades being thrown down. Pretty common stuff for playing that Jaguar Cave. Robs, though, hard clearing the middle. Very fast peek for the headshot to take down Spinks, so tough position to be in. Again, he's kind of the only one who's in there. And in the past, as we've seen a couple of games now from him, he's been able to do that just no problem. But I guess that's the other issue, is more and more players are going to learn how to play that middle and learn all the angles and be able to take those fights. Just hard to fight up against. Hades would love a free kill right here, but see if anyone's going to give it to him.
And look how many players in this FaZe team would happily take some kind of a duel where they know there's just going to be one defender in middle. I would just love to swing for the fight. We just saw Rops do it. We know Twist is going to be more than willing to do it. Kerrigan as well. Over towards the A-bomb site we go. There is Diha in Donut. Hades has rotated over here with the ult, and Madden comes right through. Good double kill for him. That's half of the attack now gone. All on Hades.
That is such a ridiculous peek from Madden, just hiding inside of the smoke. He's going to keep going, gets another one. He's down to 13, and Snappy's on the other side. So they have a little bit of a crossfire, but not necessarily an easy round. Oh, Brokey! He actually comes out with that shot, and now it's a 1 versus 1. But Brokey has all the health in the world. Snappy, he's 1 bullet away from death, certainly with the AWP, but even the pistol might even be a better weapon at this point in time. We'll see. Snappy trying to relocate, jumping on top of the box. This is a great idea with the AK. He falls back down into the scope and is immediately gone. 15-10 as FaZe. They get to map point.
Yeah, no easy way to kind of take that fight against an AWP holding the angle. That's brutal for Snappy in that position. 5 chances for FaZe to close out the map. They're looking great here on Ancient. There's that duel in middle to take down Spinks. This was a nice play from Madden, but Hades just makes his play before the smoke plumes, gets caught by Brokey. Great round from Brokey as well, finding Madden coming through Donut also, and then the 1-on-1 clutch right at the end. 24 kills on Brokey.
Yeah, he's having himself a real nice game. Look at the money here. Not just to fight with. Oh, no. And it's a
over.
B rush when you're just defending with a 5-7 and instantly get wiped out. Spinks trying to peek into the middle there, but Brokey not interested. Wow, what an absolute wipeout here in the 26th round. FaZe, they decided that little comeback that ENCE were trying to do, they just were not interested at all. Diha, just a question of time. They're going to keep smoking. They have another smoke. They have 2 Molotovs. He can never, ever get back into this one. This is such a brutal victory for FaZe. Nicely done. Good to see them fired up on Ancient here. The new version of it, obviously, with all of the changes that we're seeing. And ENCE, at least for the minute, seem absolutely ready to fight.
Man, that is a classic Kerrigan uppercut. I love that call towards the end. Flashbang through, and Diha can't even get that kill on towards Rain. This is unfortunate. So 16-10 is going to be the scoreline. FaZe is going to take map 1. Next up is going to be overpass map number 2. But what a great showing, start to finish. That CT side dominant, and then cleaning things up on T side without too many issues.
Yeah, a little bit. They lost control of the game for a short while there in the second half, but they picked it up